In the pantheon of NFL legends, few names command as much respect as Anthony Muñoz. Widely regarded as the greatest offensive tackle in football history, Muñoz's story is one of perseverance, elite athleticism, unwavering faith, and a legacy that continues far beyond the gridiron. Chapter 1: Humble Beginnings. Anthony David Muñoz was born on August 19, 1958, in Ontario, California. Raised in a single-parent household, Muñoz learned the value of hard work and discipline early on. His family faced economic hardship, but Muñoz never used that as an excuse. Sports became his sanctuary, especially football and baseball. At Chaffey High School, Muñoz emerged as a standout athlete, excelling not only in football but also as a dominant pitcher on the baseball team. His strength, speed, and natural size, standing 6 feet 6 inches and over 280 pounds, made him an intimidating force even before he reached college. Chapter 2: College at USC. Triumph and Adversity. Muñoz received a scholarship to play football at the University of Southern California, USC, one of the premier programs in the country. He became a key figure on the Trojans' offensive line and helped block for star running backs like Charles White and Marcus Allen. But his college career was marred by serious injuries. Muñoz underwent multiple knee surgeries, missing significant portions of 3 seasons. Despite his talent, many NFL scouts saw him as a risky pick. One of the greatest what-ifs in college football history almost ended before it began. Still, Muñoz's determination never faltered. In the 1979 season, after missing nearly all of his senior year, he returned in time for USC's Rose Bowl matchup against Ohio State. In that single game, he dominated, reaffirming what those closest to him already knew: Anthony Muñoz was something special. Chapter 3: The Cincinnati Bengals Take a Chance. In the 1980 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals shocked many by selecting Anthony Muñoz with the 3rd overall pick. Critics questioned the move. How could a team invest so highly in a player with such an injury history? But the Bengals' gamble paid off in historic fashion. Muñoz quickly established himself as a dominant force on the offensive line. His technique was flawless. His footwork, unusual for a man his size, was smooth and agile. He could neutralize elite pass rushers while opening gaping holes for his running backs. He had the heart of a warrior, the intelligence of a coach, and the humility of a man who never forgot where he came from. Chapter 4: Building a Legacy. From 1980 to 1992, Anthony Muñoz started 183 games for the Bengals, earning 11 consecutive Pro Bowl selections and 9 first-team All-Pro honors. He was the cornerstone of an offensive line that protected quarterback Boomer Esiason and powered the Bengals to 2 Super Bowl appearances. In Super Bowl 23, Muñoz helped anchor the offense during one of the most iconic matchups of the decade, though the Bengals narrowly lost to Joe Montana and the 49ers. Still, Muñoz's performance throughout the season earned universal acclaim. What set Muñoz apart wasn't just his size or skill, it was his consistency. Week after week, year after year, he dominated the league's best defenders with grace and power. Rarely penalized and rarely beaten, he was the gold standard for the offensive tackle position. Chapter 5: Off the Field, Faith, Family, and Community. Beyond football, Muñoz's impact was just as powerful. A devout Christian, he often credited his faith as the driving force in his life and career. He married his high school sweetheart, Dee Dee, and together they raised 2 children, including Michael Muñoz, who would go on to play football at Tennessee. Anthony's work in the community became central to his legacy. In 2002, he founded the Anthony Muñoz Foundation, which focuses on empowering youth mentally, physically, and spiritually. Through scholarships, leadership camps, and outreach programs, he has helped thousands of underprivileged children find purpose and opportunity. Muñoz also worked extensively with the NFL on character-building initiatives and youth development, becoming an ambassador for the game's future. Chapter 6: Hall of Fame and Immortality. In 1998, Anthony Muñoz was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, his first year of eligibility. The honor was no surprise to anyone who had followed his career. What was surprising, perhaps, was how humble he remained. Today, he is still widely considered the greatest defensive tackle in the history of the sport. Analysts, former teammates, and even opponents rank him at the top for his skill, durability, and leadership. His career statistics speak volumes, but they don't tell the whole story. They can't capture his mentorship in the locker room, his community service, or the quiet strength with which he approached every obstacle. Chapter 7: Life After Football. After retirement, Muñoz remained a visible and respected figure. He served as a television analyst, motivational speaker, and mentor to younger players. He's also a familiar face in Cincinnati, often working with local schools and charities. In 2010, the NFL named him to the NFL 100 all-time team, solidifying his status as one of the top 100 players in league history. His legacy is enshrined not only in Canton but also in the hearts of fans, coaches, and players inspired by his journey. Conclusion: the standard of greatness. Anthony Muñoz's story is more than football. It's about resilience in the face of injury, leadership forged through humility, and faith that carried him through every chapter of life. From a high school kid in California to the best to ever do it at left tackle, Muñoz showed that greatness comes not just from talent, but from heart, discipline, and a deep sense of purpose. In an era of flashy stars, Anthony Muñoz stood out for his work ethic, his faith, and his unshakable consistency. He wasn't just a football player. He was the blueprint,